because I'm saying there's a hole in that narrative. It's not true. Because if that was true, then there should be no differences in words textually. There should be no differences in words textually if Uthman made a perfect copy, spreaded that copy out, and fixed that issue. But instead, we have different words with different meanings that change the context to this day.
Hi, welcome back to this channel. On this episode of this debate with Godlogic, a Muslim came to debate Godlogic on a very crucial topic: who wrote the Quran and how was it corrupted by Uthman? Let's watch this video to get more amazing details.
Two different topics are being conflated: what Uthman did for the scriptural corrections and the establishment of 10 different ways of reciting the Quran. I need Avery to prove that what Uthman did is what caused the 10 qira'at to come into being, or that he is the one that is presenting this whole idea of qira'at. That's what needs to be established first as a proof. I presented my information. I have videos on my page, like I said. You can look at the information. Show me that what Uthman is doing has to do with the qira'at, because I can show you hadith about the qira'at being discussed way before him.
Bro, that's a huge deflection, bro.
Yes, exactly. I never made the claim that Uthman came up with the qira'at, that it starts with him and stuff like that. I never said that. I'm addressing your claim that basically Uthman fixed the problem of the differences, and the differences were just simply color spelled C-O-L-O-R versus C-O-L-U-R, that those are just the differences that needed to be fixed. And so he's like, no, we're just going to do C-O-L-O-R.
Why are you deflecting the question?
That's what I'm addressing of your claim, Muslim Rockstar, because I'm saying there's a hole in that narrative. It's not true. Because if that was true, then there should be no differences in words textually. There should be no differences in words textually if Uthman made a perfect copy, spreaded that copy out, and fixed that issue. But instead, we have different words with different meanings that change the context to this day. So whether you want to say that originates with Uthman, maybe that stuff happened even after Uthman sent out the copies and this stuff got changed again. Maybe that's what happened. I don't know. I don't know when the changes took place. We just know that they're there.
Okay, so again, I am the one who presented the idea that in chapter 57, the word huwa is missing, because that is how the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ taught it to us in the Warsh. What Uthman did, he wrote it down so that there's no differences in the script. And I'm going to be like a broken record now. Bring me the evidence that what he did is changing or presenting alternate recitations beyond what the Prophet Muhammad taught. Then you made a wild claim saying maybe there were more changes that came after. Please show other situations where other things come out. Go ahead.
I'm confused. Like you're not addressing what I said. Like I'm literally directly addressing what you say, but you're not like addressing what I'm saying. Notice how I didn't claim that changes came after Uthman, or I said maybe. Who knows where these differences in the text?
Maybe I was born in Ghana. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay. So Muslim Rockstar, that's cute. But Muslim Rockstar, if you're saying that the text, there's no difference in the text. There's no difference textually, but you're acknowledging that there is a difference in the text of the Warsh and the Hafs, that one has a word that the Warsh doesn't have, right? But you're saying that that's how Muhammad revealed it, which you would have to prove. But I'm even granting that. That's a difference in the text still to this day that I guess Uthman does not fix. So if there's a difference in the text, but it's not just that,
I understand.
Difference in the text that changes the context of the verses.
Okay, no problem. So let me go to the example of the huwa. Avery, do you speak Spanish? Or did you study Spanish in school?
Please. Sorry. I apologize for interrupting. 1 second. My Muslim cousin, or I don't know, cafe host, or I don't know, cafe, can one of you to bring Fuzzy up? He knows about qira'ah, and everything. There's a guy called Fuzzy with the Albanian flag. He can explain this better. I'm not an expert in qira'ah, you know what I'm saying? So he probably can, explain it better, inshallah. No problem. تفضل.
I understand what's being said now. Okay. So, the Mus'haf that Hafsa had, as well as the Mus'haf that Uthman has, because they're one and the same. Uthman copied off the Mus'haf that Hafsa had. They allow for the 10 recitations. Now, how do people know that? Very simply. I'll give an example in Spanish because I think a lot of people study Spanish in school. When you say nosotros vámonos, it means we are going. Right? The word nosotros means we, but the word vámonos has the word we inside of it. So when you're first studying Spanish, you sit there like nosotros hablamos, nosotros vámonos, right? We have the nosotros, and then eventually your teacher's like, you know what, you can just drop the nosotros because it doesn't change anything. This is the effect of the huwa. Huwa means he, but the verb after it includes the he in it, so you don't need it. So the Uthmani script would have the huwa, which is the standard that we all have today. When you go to Saudi, when you go to China, you go to Iceland, they will say, here is the Uthmani script. And we understand if you want to recite it in the warsh, then you have to drop the huwa, because that's something that is transmitted via oral. Now, there are modern additions, there are modern publications that occur. In Morocco, you can go and you can purchase a warsh Quran. I mean, I'm saying in Morocco, you can go on Amazon, right? But whatever. The Moroccans like to recite the Quran in warsh. So when they print it, they leave a space where the word huwa is, because that's where the Hafs has it and the warsh doesn't. Now, the idea that the Prophet Muhammad presented this is why we have our chain of narrators. So one of my buddies in Long Island, in New York, he went and he got certified in all 10. My teacher here in New Jersey, he's certified in all 10. He has a chain of himself and 29 people to the Prophet Muhammad, that this is the way the Prophet Muhammad taught it. So yes, there are going to be differences in the reading from what Uthman gave. I see what you're saying now. However, that is part of the sciences of Quran that you study. That's why in Surah Al-Fatiha, chapter 1 of the Quran, the small alif is above the meme and not after the meme, because it allows you to recite it in both Hafs and Warsh. So you can say Malik or you can say Malik. Malik, Hafs, Malik, Warsh. That's why the alif is put the way it is, tiny above, so that you can go both ways with it. So yes, the Hafs, the Warsh, all of these different recitations, you can read them off the Uthmani manuscript, but you have to be taught the rules by a scholar of the sciences of Quran.
Okay, so here's the problem with this, because the early scholars and commentators did not have the same view that you're like putting forth right now, that there's really no problem with any of these differences and these variants and stuff like that. They all agree, they all are perfectly fine, they all come from Muhammad and stuff like that. That's not even true. Because
step away. You start over your statement, I have to step away.
What I was saying is that the idea that you're putting forth that there's really no problem with these differences, and everyone accepts them and stuff like that, that this is not true. Like, not among your early scholars and your early commentators. You have Tabari, who shows favoritism and towards certain readings over others. Like speaking of the one in Surah Fatiha that you just brought up, he says that the word it was Malik, right, in the Warsh. He said that one, the one that means king, is more fitting for Allah and more majestic than the one in the Hafs reading, which is just owner. And he understands, right? And he understands that
who made that opinion?
I'm sorry?
Who voiced that opinion?
Tabari.
Tabari. Okay, great. Thank you.
He also makes another note when it comes to chapter 3, verse 146, where it talks about how in the Hafs version it says, in the Hafs version it says, many of prophets fought, or many fought with him, right? Many of prophets fought with them. And then they did not give up or did not waver. While in the Warsh, it says many of them were unalived, and they did not waver and stuff. He comments on that and says that the Warsh reading of that does not make sense and can't possibly be true, because it's like as a little, it's not logical for them to be unalived and then for them to not waver.
You write fuzzy. So there's a guy called Fuzzy in the.
Can you wait? Can you say that after my point?
I don't want to make it. I got to give Godlogic a fair shot. He got a lot of enemies out here.
Yeah, he can speak. He can speak.
Yeah, but I like the conversation because I'm listening.
Yeah, Fuzzy will speak after they finish. Yeah, inshallah. Bring him up. Bring the brother up.
I like the dialogue between him and
Yeah, they can speak, but bring Fuzzy up though. You know, he is an expert on the Qira'ah. He knows more than anyone here, inshallah.
But yeah, I will once he finished, so nobody buzz in.
No, he ain't gonna.
He won't even be tempted.
Yeah, thanks, I appreciate it. So you have among even the early scholars that disagree with certain, readings of certain texts. They don't like disagree with the whole like Warsh reading or whatever, but just they certain differences they absolutely reject. They disagree with. So it's not all fine and dandy. It's like, oh, these are, it's just, this is just that, it's all the same, they both work, yada, yada, yada. That's not the opinion of a lot of the early scholars. Well, specifically, I'll go with Tabari because that's the one I'm most familiar with. So I know what Tabari says on certain, examples of these, and they're not all good. They're not all great. So there's these differences that change the text, that change the meaning. It's not just a simple, oh, it's how you pronounce it, or it's how we recite it, it's how you recite it, and we're all good. No. That's not how it is. I'm finished.
Okay, so we've moved on from the original claim now about Uthman being the one tampering and doing anything. Now we're on to the discussion of how do we reconcile between the different words and the different recitations and the different meanings that come out as a result of these 10, right? That is a much deeper discussion. I have not studied every single verse in the Quran in all 10 different recitations. I have not done that. My teacher has. He wrote a book on it. I just started reading it. That'll take a long time. That will take me a long time. I'm being straight. If you have a specific verse that you feel there's been conflict among the scholars, I will gladly jump to that section of the book that my teacher wrote. I will give you all the explanations. He's very thorough. He's been a scholar of Islam for over 40 years. He will explain why Tabari said what he said. He will explain why Al-Razi might have said what he said, and so on and so forth. So now we're beyond this discussion of, is Uthman responsible for tampering with the Quran? He did not do anything of such. Now we're into scholarly discussion of how do we reconcile Malik with Malik? How do we reconcile this with that? That's a whole different discussion, that's like deep Quran study, to be honest. When a person goes and studies at the University of Medina, for example, and they get their bachelor's in Islamic studies, this is not the thing they study in year one. I just want to be very frank because I'm not going to pretend like this is a simple discussion. This is not a year one discussion. This is not a year two discussion. This is later discussion to get into all these differences. Because now you have to have mastery over the grammar. You have to have mastery over the text. You have to know the history of what's going on. You have to have understanding of fiqh, which is legal rulings, because there are different implications with different verses in terms of legal. There's different implications in terms of how do you reconcile these words? Like the word example, Malik, king, owner. Every king is an owner. It's very simple. Every king is an owner. But not every owner is a king. So we could, as a simple example, because I have taken the time to actually look at that one. So if you have specific that you're confused on how to reconcile the Hafs and the Warsh and the Qalun and the Hamza and so on and so forth, I can go and do a deep dive into that, post a video later on. I'm not equipped to do that here. There are 6,000 verses in the Quran. I have not studied 10 times 6,000. I have not done that. That would be a misrepresentation for me to do that. But what I can say is what I do like to do is post videos. So if you give me one example right now, give me the verse from Tabari where he is saying it cannot be reconciled. I will make a video about that verse. I will tag you. I will tag J-Rob. I will tag my cousin. What's the verse?
It's chapter 3, verse 146.
Beautiful. 3:146. I'll research that thoroughly. I will post a response on how these verses are reconciled.
Hey, now hold up. I want to ask real quick. Should we bring Fuzzy up to explain it? Because everybody's pointing to him.
Bro, I can't lie. If you're scared, just say it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm telling you, Fuzzy is more knowledgeable. I'm not knowledgeable on this field of the Qira'ah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I can explain other stuff. But Qira'ah, I'm not knowledgeable. So bring someone up who's knowledgeable. Come on now. Why are you asking?
Hey, look, hold on, chill. Whoa. What we got?
Bro, you got it. Don't worry about it. All right,
Whoa.
No, there's no problem in being. You know what I'm saying? If you're scared, it's okay. But bring Fuzzy up.
Is that reverse psychology, or you really?
Nah, ain't no reverse psychology, brother. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? Just bring it out.
He trying to push you to bring him up.
Okay, well done. You're not gonna bring it up then.
If you scared to bring him up, then that's fine. Don't be scared.
You know, if Fuzzy comes up here, he's your worst.
I'm saying, where's Fuzzy? I'm looking for Fuzzy now.
Yeah, Fuzzy, Aki, you requested. He requested. Look at the requests.
Yeah, I'll look, but hold on, chill, relax. What I'm saying is this. For one, ain't nothing scared about me. I ain't got nothing scary in me. I only got scary in my voice. Two, I want a fair conversation. So if it's an isolated conversation, I know sometimes people like to jump in before somebody makes their point. But like, and it's cool. Like, we just gonna argue back and forth, and that's just something people do. Me, I just want the facts out. But in order to get the facts, you got to hear people out fully. That's my thing. So, like I said, I know Godlogic got a lot of enemies. He come in here a lot. And I know it's just people I never seen in my live before, just waiting to jump on him. So, you know, they got their reasons. some of them be wilding, but I'm waiting for Fuzzy. I don't see Fuzzy down here. I'm looking for Fuzzy.
Requested to come up.
Can I
That short term. Was it 3142? Was it 3142
for Fuzzy? If you guys don't mind.
You're Muslim, right?
I see the comment, so let me invite him.
Yeah.
Guys, just to double check, was it 3142?
146.
3146. I'm gonna go grab my Bridges Quran, which is a translation that was done in the UK, and they tackle this in there. So let me see if the verse is represented. Maybe I can answer this right now, but I need a few minutes just to look it up.
Okay.
Right. Hey Fuzzy, leave and come back because I don't see.
By the way, Muslim, what's it called? Muslim cousin, listen. Muslim cousin, I wasn't talking to you when I said, scared. I was talking to you when I said he's scared.
I'll take it. It's cool.
You literally addressed Muslim cousin and said, if you're scared to bring him up, bring him up.
Bro, come on now. Don't try.
It's cool.
You're ridiculous.
Yeah, but let's
you're ridiculous. You don't even know basic Arabic. You can't even pronounce Arabic. You don't know basic Arabic.
No worries. I don't
we got Fuzzy up here. So let's stay on topic. So we're talking about the different modes of recitation.
The whole reason Fuzzy up here is
talking about the textual differences.
Wait, 1 second, JR. 1 second, inshallah. I only got like a couple of minutes, so I'm just going to be straightforward. Godlogic, can you tell us why do we have 10 qira'at?
No. That's not even the conversation. I don't care about why. The fact that you have different ones that have different words with different meanings that change the verse of the context. Can you please address that, please?
No worries, God. So you don't even know why we have 10 qira'at. That's why you're misunderstanding everything. So we have 10 qira'at, all right? Because the Arabs used to speak different accents, right? Would you agree, Godlogic?
You're saying that's the reason why you have 10 different qira'ats?
So yes, we have 10 qira'at because the Arabs used to speak different accents.
Whatever you go with, brother.
1 second. And the grammar would be different, right?
If that's what you want to go with, bro, I'm willing.
No, I'm saying, do you know this?
If that's what you're going,
I'm saying, do you know this? You know this or not?
Look, bro. You talking about why there's different qira'at? If you're saying it's because of accents and things of this nature, I know the story. I know the narrative.
1 second.
I know the narrative, bro.
1 second.
I know the narrative.
You don't even know the reason why we have 10 qira'at, and you're trying to like. Wait, 1 second.
My friend, how does the different dialects or the different pronunciations help with you answering the actual point?
Different dialects would have different grammar in specific cases, like different sentences would go like the grammar would be different from what's up,
Let me just finish this right now. 3146. Okay, you guys are ready?
Yeah.
So 3146, we have two different recitations. Okay? I'm just gonna go straight to the English for the sake of time. Here's number one. And the key word is combating. And how many a prophet has had numerous godly people combating alongside him, and they did not waver, regardless of that which afflicted them in the way of God. Nor did they weaken, nor did they give in, and Allah loves the patient ones. And their only words were, Our Lord, forgive us for our misdeeds and our extremism in dealing with our matters, and strengthen our foothold and support us against the denying people. Okay, let me simplify it. Zoom in on the difference. The verse is saying, many prophets had numerous godly people fighting alongside them. In the other recitation, numerous prophets had people who were martyred alongside them, unalived alongside them. So are these conflicting statements?
Yes.
Different statements, 100%. Are they conflicting? When prophets fought, did people fight alongside them? Yes. When prophets fought, did people die alongside them? Yes.
Exactly.
If you want to take that as a contradiction, you are free to do that. For us, there's no contradiction. Both are true. Both are acceptable.
Exactly. Exactly.
Is it okay if I respond to that?
By Allah. They're all revealed by Allah. This is not something that was changed. They're all revealed by Allah.
I'm gonna
give me the next verse.
Wait. We're actually gonna stick with this because I don't think you see why it's a problem and why Tabari says it's a problem. So
I don't care what Tabari is saying right now. I'm talking to you one-on-one. I brought my evidence. I brought my book,
I'm responding,
which gives me all the qira'at, all the differences.
To what you said.
So go ahead and tell me why it's okay. Tell me that. Okay, I have statement A. Let's make it clear. Statement A: people fought alongside the prophets. Statement B: people died alongside the prophets. Explain to me how A and B are contradictory.
Okay, thank you. So number one, it's not necessary that in a fight, and when people fight alongside the prophet, that people die. That's not necessary. So that's number one. Number two, the reason why Tabari says that this is a contradiction is because of the full verse. Not just because one says they fought and the other just says that they unalived. Fuzzy, respectfully, this is why Muslim cousin didn't want to bring you up because he knew like you probably couldn't really handle the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So okay. So when we go to the verse, guys, let me just pull it up really quick. This is why Tabari says there's a problem here. It's a contradiction that can't be reconciled.
Please give us a reference, all right, for Tabari's statement.
Verse 146. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So look, it says, well, let me get a good translation because there's too many parentheses here. Okay, here it is. So it says, and many a prophet fought with him, right? Fought with him, but they never lost assurance due to what afflicted them in the cause of Allah, nor did they weaken or submit. And Allah loves the steadfast. So this is them still being alive, not weakening, not submitting, never gave up. They're alive to never give up. So Tabari points this out and says, well, in the Warsh, when it says they were unalived with the prophet, then this doesn't make sense to say then that they never gave up, they did not waver, they didn't lose assurance, because they're not alive to not lose assurance. They're not alive to not submit. They're not alive to keep on going. So that's the contradiction, is that it changes how the verse is even read, So that's why he says it's contradictory.
Okay. So. Okay. Have you ever heard of someone fighting to the death?
Of course, but this doesn't say this.
Go slowly. Fighting to the death. If you're fighting to the death, are you wavering?
It doesn't say this, my friend.
I'm asking you a basic question. If you're fighting to the death, are you wavering or not wavering?
If I am, sure, but that's not the context of the verse.
Listen. You spoke? Fine, then let me talk then if you don't.
You asked me a question, so I'm answering you.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. So, we take it as combating. They didn't waver because they didn't run away from the battlefield. Dying as martyrs because they didn't waver, they fought until the death. I don't see any contradiction.
Okay, well, this is why I'm saying Tabari brings up the contradiction, because this doesn't submit that they
Here's what I'm going to do.
This is them surviving the battle.
You don't even know who Tabari is. One second.
Wait, I just let you.
You're going to keep trying to use Tabari.
Wait, Muslim Rockstar. I didn't interrupt you.
Bring up Tabari right now on the screen.
I didn't interrupt you.
Bring up. Turn your camera around.
I said sure. No problem.
Emotional, man.
But I'm gonna.
And J-Rob, shut your mouth.
Echo. I know it is.
I think it's you.
Okay, testing. Okay, we're good. So yeah, so that's not what the text says, Rockstar. So you trying to bring a scenario in which the text
Show me the tabri.
Rockstar, can you please not interrupt? Because I didn't interrupt you.
That you're reading.
I didn't interrupt you.
Screenshot it.
I did not interrupt you.
Back after I
did not interrupt you. So why are you being rude? I didn't
The whole
interrupt
argument is based on tabri.
I did not interrupt you.
The text.
I did not.
I'm just going to ask you for the same question.
I did not interrupt you.
Trigger, bro. He going to interrupt you.
So thank you. So the scenario that you're trying to give up is not the scenario that's in the text. So please, I need you to refer to the text and what the text says. Not try to, give a loan to it. Don't try to help them. The text is very clear. They fought, and there's no sign of them dying in the verse. They didn't give up. They didn't waver. They did not submit. They're good. No sense of them dying. The Warsh says that they were unalived, but did not lose assurance, didn't give up, didn't submit, things of this nature, as if they are alive to not submit. That's the problem that Tabari brings up and shows you.
Hey, what verse? Because I'm kind of in and out. What verse you talking about?
It's chapter 3, verse 146. Muslim cousin, I have a brother in the chat. Can you bring him up? His name is Jai. He's way better on the subject than I am. He's really cool. He's even cooler than I am. Please.
All right, Jai. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do the same thing. I want to wait for y'all to finish the topic.
No, you did. No, you did. You brought Fuzzy up. Please bring Jai up. I promise.
Can you show the reference? Al-Tabari is saying it's a contradiction, please.
I'm gonna go ahead and wait until they bring up.
Can you just show us where Al-Tabari says?
Go ahead, Jai. Go ahead, Jai. Take over, bro.
Wait, why are you waiting? Wait 1 second.
I want to see where Tabari says it's a contradiction, because I know you're not reading any Arabic. You're reading English. So just show me where it says that.
Okay.
Show us. He's running.
Can you guys pull up the commentary about Tabari then? We'll go over it together.
Hey, you say verse 3, what? 157?
146.
143, 146.
Can I speak?
So let's the Muslims who are challenging Godlogic on this, and they're saying the Arabic doesn't say that. Let's go to Al-Tabari together, and we'll look at what it says. And if he's making things up, if he's lying, then he'll be exposed. But if he's telling the truth, then you're exposed.
Show us where he says it's contradiction. Please go ahead.
Okay. So do you have his commentary with you? Are you looking at it?
No, I don't. I'm not expecting you to show it.
Okay. So I don't know how you expect me to show it. Can't you just look on your phone?
I mean, your boy.
I got it, Jai. If you want me to, I got it, Jai. They a little too nervous to bring it up. I got you.
Okay, cool.
So I got it. I got this in the Arabic right here. So
I got it.
Hold on. Let me change it around.
So just to be clear, what Al-Tabari tells us is, so not only is he speaking for himself here, and he's rejecting one of the readings, but he's also speaking for different communities in his time. So he's saying some of the communities in his time who accept one reading and reject the other reading are saying that it's because it's contradictory, it's impossible for that to be the case.
Hey, Muslim cousin, do you mind giving me big screen so we can educate the room?
Good, Jai, can you speak Arabic, by the way?
Yeah. If you want to read in Arabic, we can read in Arabic. No problem.
I know.
Muslim cousin, I know you're probably away from your phone. He probably got a phone call or something. All right, well, we'll try it this way, Jai, I guess, until he gets me big screen. So where do you want me to start from, Jai? So everybody, it's a little blurry, but this is Tabari. Can you guys see it? Al-Tabari.
Yep.
If you can, go ahead and explain.
Oh, wait. Student Hadith has it as well. All right.
Okay.
So this is Tabari, right?
Yeah.
Verse 146. So where do you want me to go?
Okay. So just scroll down a little bit. It's kind of hard for me to see it from your screen, but scroll down. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, right there. That's good. So which Muslim can read Arabic? Which one of you guys can read Arabic, or both of you? Okay,
yeah, I can read Arabic.
Okay, so you see, قال Abu Ja'far, starting from this part here. Do you see where we're at?
Yeah. قال أبو جعفر أولى القراءتين في ذلك عندنا بالصواب قراءة من قرأ بضم القاف.
Okay.
I can't read what's in. There's still stuff in the right. قتل معه ربيون كثيرا لأن الله عز وجل Go to the right. Go to the right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. عز وجل. We have in right. قراءة من قرأ بالضم أو قاف. The one who recited.
The two readings.
Excuse me?
It's the first of the two readings. It's not the first two readings. Just to make sure.
Okay.
Translate it properly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the best in English. Let's keep going. بضم أو قاف. So ضم أو قاف. So in how can I say this in English? ضمة. It's something above a letter. It's ضمة. Regardless. Here is the ayah. قتل معه ربيون كثيرا. Here's the ayah. لأن الله, because God عز وجل إنما عاتب بهذه الآية بهذه الآية والآيات التي قبلها. So the word عاتب, I don't know how to translate it in English. I'm sorry. The word عاتب.
عتبة.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm looking on a different part. I have it up on my screen as well, actually. But
The second line. The second line.
Wait, just really quick. Are you guys in this paragraph or are you guys reading that? I don't know what you're reading.
Here. Yes, above a little bit. Yes, the second line, the second paragraph.
like
Yes,
he
correct.
He blamed.
Okay.
Yes, عاتب means believed. Okay.
Blame.
من قوله أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يعلم الله أم حسبتم أن تدخلوا الجنة ولما يعلم الله الذين جاهدوا منكم. I'm very sorry, it's very far away. I barely can see the words. That's why I struggle a little bit in reading them.
All right, go other side now.
Okay.
But let's focus on the first part though. The first part, when it says Abu Ja'far said that the people who read it as qatala, meaning like fought.
Okay.
He's saying that he's saying that they chose to do this because said.
Where does it say they chose? Where?
Okay, it says
wait,
the first. Go back to the.
Yeah.
Go back to the first part. Hold on a second.
Who's like giving you the arguments? Like there's literally someone giving. There's literally someone next to you giving you the arguments.
Go back to the paragraph right before. I'm looking at the screen. Just go up a little bit before. Let's go up a little bit before. Hold on one second. Let me just see on his screen. Hold on one second. Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Right there, wherever his mouse is.
فأما من قرأ قاتل فإنه اختار ذلك.
أختار. Yeah, what does أختار mean?
Wait, one second. Finish the whole thing. Why do you
said it doesn't say choose.
Wait, no, wait.
You read it in Arabic.
Choose the recitation, you idiot. Just
Wait, my friend, you said where do they say choose? Does it say that here?
Finish
And
the
then
whole thing.
He said no.
Guys,
Finish
he's
the
name
whole
calling.
thing.
He's name calling. We had a discussion before. We're not going to do name calling. He called him an idiot. Take him down. Take him down. He's getting flustered. Take him down.
We actually started.
Don't call people names.
Guys.
Behave yourself.
Finish the whole thing, bro.
So just to be clear, Muslim cousin.
Can I read it? Can I read it real quick for everybody?
Muslim cousin. Hold on, let me just explain real quick. 1 second, guys. So he said to me, they don't choose a reading, you idiot. And then he read what Al-Tabari said, and Al-Tabari says that those who chose, akhtar means they chose it. So you're calling Al-Tabari an idiot, not me.
No, I'm not doing that. Stop laughing.
Boom. Got him.
Alright, wait. Alright, go ahead.
What does
Go ahead.
akhtar mean?
Go ahead, bro. Are you kidding me, bro? Read the whole thing.
Who's the Muslim that said? Who's the Muslim?
Read the whole thing.
Who's the guy talking right now? What's his name?
Wait, one second. Wait, one second.
What does akhtar mean?
Bro, yeah, akhtara, yeah, like if the word, yeah, they chose. But if you read the whole context,
So who
read the whole context. That's what I'm asking.
Alright, welcome back, guys. I believe you enjoy watching this video. Let us know your views in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, hit the notification button after subscribing so that you can be notified each time we post new and amazing videos like this, and share this video with your friends and your family. If all of these attempts is to explain a book that claims it is clear and explains everything in details, then the Quran have lied in this regard. If the Quran claims that it is a detailed explanation of all things and there are still unclear verses in the Quran, then I think the Quran has lied in this regard and at the same time contradicting itself. They claimed the Quran came directly from Allah's mouth to Muhammad's ear and then to the manuscript. Now they want us to believe that the manuscript writer have some nuances. It is dangerous believing a book that detected by an illiterate to someone else to write. Since he cannot read nor write, the writer can choose to write whatever he wants, and since the illiterate cannot read, he won't know what has been written there. So you can see that you cannot trust such a book. If Muhammad, who is an illiterate, doesn't know how to read or write, and he believed that whatever information that Allah gave to him, that he is giving to Uthman or any of his companions that wrote down the Quran, then it means that there must be some errors, because there are some things that might not sit well with the writers of the manuscript and they might choose to, write their own words in the Quran. So you can see that since the one receiving the information doesn't know how to read and write, he wouldn't know when his information have been tampered with. So it is dangerous believing in such a book. You can see that the Quran have been corrupted over time. They have different Qurans and not just textual variances, but different Qurans that read differently. Even with the justification the Muslim guys try to give to it, it is still clear that the Quran have been tampered with over time, either by Uthman or by any of the Prophet's companion as recorded through time and through history. So each time you hear a Muslim claims the Bible have been corrupted, it is born out of their insecurity about their own Quran being corrupted. Not to talk about Uthman burning of the Qurans because he felt they sound different from the manuscript he had, and also the issue of a goat eating a whole chapter of the Quran. We can go on and on and on to prove that the Quran have been tampered with over time and through history. So there is no point believing in a book that have been tampered with, and when you hear them that the Bible have been corrupted, it is born out of their insecurity of the Quran being tampered with over time, and they knew it. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, your family. Subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Share this video and like it as well. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next one.